Hey, it's your man Andrew. We're coming back to you, and today I have a bunch of stuff to show you guys for thrift store hauls. For those of you that just tune in from RPG videos, check this one out because I picked up some RPG books at an incredible steal. You guys are definitely going to enjoy seeing the price. You're not going to believe what I paid for. Now, before I get into that, anyone who has a YouTube account and is a seller on YouTube, particularly if you sell toys, I have sold on there for 12 years and encountered the worst buyer I have ever had. The guy was trying to con me, scam me out of money, was feedback extorted me, and I'm trying to have eBay take care of the guy. I should even get on the phone. He took about 5 hours of my time. I have a job, I have a family, I do not have 5 hours to deal with a fool on eBay trying to scam me out of money. But his name was Collecting is My Thing. I'm going to put exactly how his title appears. There's like hyphens in it between the letters or between the words. I'll put that down in the dungeon below. Copy and paste it if you're selling. Put him on your ban list. You do not want to deal with this guy. I wouldn't bother mentioning if I just had a bad transaction with someone or whatever, but it was horrendous. It's the worst experience I ever had dealing with someone over terms of money on the internet. I've had people completely rip me off in terms of just getting completely ripped off before. And this guy was worse. I would have rather just lost, I don't know, $20 or something I made on it. It was I made less than $20 on it, maybe $15 profit I made. And it was just absolute agony. So, very seriously, you want to put him away. Now, let me show you what we picked up at the thrift store. First, you can get, if you make donations 4 times a goodwill, you can get these cards, and they'll stamp, or you get a card, and each time you make a donation, they'll stamp it. And when you have 4 donations, you can redeem it for 20% off your purchases. So I took my wife with me, and she always wants to spend all my money. So we ended up picking up a lot of stuff there today. Our bill would have been like over $30, which at Goodwill is kind of a lot because I'm usually using it for a lot less. But I threw one of my cards, and I was at 2 in my pocket anyway. I got this. This is $3.25. All the stuff I want to show you is also 20% off, whatever price I'm telling you. But this is for like burning scented oils and so forth. Wife's into that kind of thing. Let's see. Picked up this. This is some sort of educational game. Number tiles for my son. It was 85 cents. I don't even know why she picked it up. We have tons of stuff like that. I picked this up. This is a Barbie doll, brand new in a box. This is going in the present closet. We have a lot of boys' toys up in the present closet, but not too many girl toys. The 3 thrift stores I go to, all 3 are managed by women, and I get some really great deals on boys' toys. However, women are going to be far more likely to like and enjoy and have fond memories of girls' toys. Completely makes sense. Now, when you have fond memories and enjoy something, you ascribe more value to it. So I have found in thrift stores things like a full Rancor that's like about $15 toy on eBay for $1.50 in almost perfect shape. Typically, Barbies that are ripped to pieces, missing all their clothes, half their hair is gone, scuffed up, are like $1.50 each because the women find them to be more appealing than they do a big ugly Rancor, which my wife also hates. But I found this brand new in the box, $3.25. So got 20% off on that. So as you can see the back there. And now I don't know anything about Barbies, which ones are worth anything or not. I know some of them are worth some money. But at $3.25, that's going to be a great present. I have literally about 20 kids that I have to buy presents for their birthday every year, presents at Christmas. We have a big family, lots of young kids. So, whatever I can do to help the pocketbook out on that is definitely going to be done. A good tip to anyone out there: buy your Christmas presents when you find them cheap. Not at the last minute when you're running around competing with shoppers, having to buy it, hiked up prices, not finding because of no selection or inventory. Christmas time is real stressful for some people. Not for me, because I don't go out and shop and that kind of ridiculousness. So, but that's definitely something I would strongly recommend. We also picked up The Lorax, the first time I have ever seen this book at a thrift store. I was starting to think it might not even be a book, that it was just an animated show that I've actually watched with my son within the last year. The Lorax speaks for the trees, and I was really glad to get this. The book is in like perfect shape too. It was $1 minus 20%, so 80 cents plus tax. Really was happy to get this. That's pretty much the last thing of Dr. Seuss I was looking for, and my son has a great library of books now. He probably has between 100 and 200, well over 100 books just for him, from age is where, you know, we're pretty much getting rid of them now because they're not age appropriate anymore to ones that he's not even anywhere close to reading. But we're building him definitely in our little library because both my wife and I feel the books are very, very important for a child. Let's see. I think that might be everything we picked up from that Goodwill. Now I ran into the other Goodwill today, and I found this. Again, Present Closet. I've seen every episode of The L Word. It's a good show. Not the best HBO or Showtime show. Some of them are really good. This one was okay. You know, by measuring them against the other shows, HBO and Showtime, I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10. Her character, Jenny Schechter, horrible. God, I hate her character. I probably also just don't like her. She just annoyed the hell out of me. Her character was, I couldn't stand in the show, but she's a really good actress. Like, you know, I can differentiate like, well, I probably don't like her, but her character was just very annoying, and she was kind of designed to be that way. Kind of more of a heel character that I like the best in the show was Shane McCutcheon. She just made the show. She was in every season of it. There are a few other characters here and there that I really liked, but Shane was awesome. But I picked this up for $5.25, brand new. This is not resealed. I used to work in a video store, so I know exactly what resealed looks like. Or at least actually managed 2 of them at the same time. And you know, I've resealed thousands of videos. This is brand new package stuff. 5 DVDs for $5.25. It's going to be a Christmas present to someone, I suppose. Now, let's see. I had a few eBay purchases come in. Now, start off and show you this. I had a guy I bought them from. He said he was going to charge 50 cents. I bought 2 toys. One was $3 shipping, one was $2 shipping. He said he was going to charge 50 cents for each additional toy. I said, awesome. I'll try to combine, save a little money. One of the toys, but he charged me, I guess the wrong way, but you know, whatever worked out for me. Instead of charging me $3.50, he charged me $2.50 for the shipping, which is actually less than he would charge on the heavy toy. But I guess it was fair because the actual shipping on the box was $2.22, and there was no delivery confirmation or anything on there. So, you know, whatever. But I got both toys at an opening bid, and the opening bid was 1 cent. So I paid $2.52 for both these toys, and this is really an excellent deal. This is one of the few Star Wars figures I actually needed for my son. I'm looking for a few of the Ewoks. I need a good Ventress, and there's like 1 or 2 others. He has at least 200 Star Wars action figures. Of course, almost all of them are up in the attic right now. But his name is something Bane. He's from the Star Wars cartoon show, and he's complete. He's got his hat. Second bounty hunter, I think. He's got this gun, and then he's got like 2 more guns here. And I'm pretty sure he's complete anyway. He's got 2 little gun holsters here. So anyway, he's awesome. He looks sweet. I really like blue-skinned races of aliens. I think this is awesome. Blue's my favorite color, and I think that aesthetic looks awesome on people. But also in the package was, or also in the deal that I picked up was this guy. Now, he's a Cobra. He's a G.I. Joe guy. And it looks pretty basic there, right? But it's the accessories that came with him that are awesome. He has this vehicle with him that extends out like this. Again, I am horrible at playing with toys. I don't know how any of this stuff works. You know, I just get this stuff for my son. I'm not a collector. And when I attempt to show people these things, I'm sure that comes through in my ineptness. But yeah, he came with this, and that's not all. It comes with like a torpedo. It comes with this harness for him, so we can start building him actually. That would be kind of neat. Put that gimmick on him. Then he comes with this helmet. And the toys that have helmets are infinitely awesome. I always loved toys that had helmets when I was a kid. And he comes with this pair of flippers. So let's go ahead and snap those on him. Just slide the feet in. This actually is going to take me a second. It wasn't quite as easy as it looked. You have to actually slide his feet into the flippers and put them on, which probably makes them a lot more durable. I don't know, his gun in his hand, even his wrist moves. The articulation of Joe's has always been awesome. And it looks like it might even be slightly better than when I was a kid. So there, I mean, that guy loaded. That's got to be everything he originally came with. Plus that, plus the little missile that I have no idea where it goes, but I'll take it anyway. So all that and that Bane was $2.52, which, I mean, that's really an awesome deal in my mind. Now, also on eBay, some of these toys I don't know exactly what I paid for them, but I think these all came from the same seller. I do know her. She was 99 cents. I think all of these, except maybe one of them, were free shipping. But you can see she has a stand in there. She has 2 accessories, and looks pretty, well, no, she looks like she may have been played with. She looks like she may be in a little bit of play condition. But I did get these from China, and they could be warning me Chinese bootleg or whatever. But all the toys that have come in to me look absolutely legitimate and really good. This again, him, 2 accessories, and a gimmick back here. And honestly, I don't really care if they're bootleg as long as they don't break immediately, which, you know, some bootleg stuff does. There's Scarlet, everybody's favorite redhead G.I. Joe chick. She's got the ponytail in the back, and she has a gun back here, which I don't want to sound misogynistic, but it looks like it weighs 85 pounds. I don't really see Scarlet running around with that gun, but it is fantasy, so whatever. And she's got the stand on there. I'm a pretty strong guy, and I don't know. I wouldn't want to be using a gun that size. I like 38s myself. He's got a stand. He's a beachhead. He's got like a trident with him, and then another thing. Each of these had 2 accessories. This guy here, I think he was like $1.29 or something. 2 accessories, gimmick there. I'm definitely gonna look at this seller again because these look awesome, man. Like 2 accessories, a stand. I mean, it's like everything. I got this guy here, and his stand is come loose out of the package. I just opened them all up because it takes a while to unbox them in front of you guys, but we're gonna call that an unboxing. You guys can give me a pass on that one. Then we have, here's it. I knew I had something else. This is from the 20% off group that I showed you. This is in there, $325 plus 20% off. This is a baseball glove. Yeah, this is for me. I'd thrown my baseball gloves away. I think in our last move, we had to throw a ton of stuff away. My wife, I put her in charge of getting a U-Haul. Not a good idea. And she got a size smaller than what we needed, and we literally had to throw tons of stuff away because we couldn't get it between our car, our truck, and the U-Haul. We just couldn't pack it up. I got this glove. My son is going to turn 4 soon, so in September. So next year we're hoping to get him a T-ball, which maybe means maybe a year after that. I mean, we have to teach him how to play catch. We'll get to teach him how to play catch. Actually, that'd be a great joy for me. I used to be a very good baseball player. In fact, if I do say so myself, like third base, and hit lead off. I used to be real fast, but not quite as fast anymore. I loved baseball, so I really hope my son takes to it. So let's see here. Pick this stuff up from Bargain Box. Let's see this guy here. This is $1. He's a transformer. He's, I guess, one of the real basic ones off the watch. And he's so easy that I can transform him. So, and then you twist, and the head pops out, and there he is. So the arms can move, the legs can move. $1. Love this guy. I'm incentivizing my son. I don't like giving him junk food or anything like that. There are a lot of parents who give kids M&Ms or whatever. I'm not trying to give my son diabetes. So I just like to get him toys. So I basically have a ton of toys and keep them in the top refrigerator. I will, for good behavior, just give him like a toy. So here goes a toy, which works well. And then conversely, we can just take toys away to punish him. I picked up this Woody. What's wrong with that? He's one of the larger ones. He was $1. But it's probably going to go in the pile of stuff that I resell. I can get like $4 or $5 for him. So, it just helps mitigate the cost of things that I'm buying here. Also picked up this G.I. Joe plane. It was $1.50 plus tax. I almost passed on it because it was missing a part here, but my son didn't really like it. And at $1.50, I figured it's still in pretty good shape. The cockpit does open up. And the stickers inside are pretty clean. It's got cockpit gears here and such. And you can stick 2 G.I. Joes in there. Now, what it has that kind of sold me on it was this. It drops down so it can be held. So you can play with it like, and it has, I'm not going to pull them out because they're kind of a pain, but it has 3 landing gear. It's got this gimmick here on the bottom too. So you don't need to play with it like that. It can be just a normal toy, but also you can flip and play like this. If it was just like one of those type toys, it would suck. But it's either, it's a real toy to play with the figures or a toy to, let's see, there's something else down here still. I'll have to figure what that is later. And it lights up, it makes noise. You can flip this part out and start shooting. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. So the stickers, most of the stickers on it still pretty decent. Hopefully it'll turn off. I'm not quite sure I'm turning it off. Sorry about that. Picked up these for $1. This probably came from some museum. My wife bought some Cowboys and Indians from, I believe, the same company from a museum she went to, and they were like $10. I paid $1 for these. It said there's supposed to be 10 in there, but there were only 9 pieces. But whatever. And we actually have this bass that's here. Is that up there? That bass. We have her. I don't know where I picked her up. She's like in just a random lot or something months ago, and I have her in there with my son's Batmans and stuff like that, just like to be just a cat form or whatever. And so we have that one. Bass is kind of cool. And I didn't really know exactly what it was, although it did look Egyptian to me. But inside, the real reason I bought it was my 2 favorite Egyptian gods are in there. The ibis-headed Thoth, god of knowledge, and Anubis, the jackal-headed Psychopomp, god of the underworld, escorter of lost souls. He is, I'm a big fan of both of those guys. 2 of my favorite gods of mythology. So Sphinx, some pyramids. Here's Isis, Nefertiti, a scarab beetle. Gotta have a scarab beetle. And, just two more figures here. Pharaoh. So I got those. I got, for a quarter, I got my son this book, Why the Snakes Hiss, and you can see, some really nice pictures in there. And for a quarter, I got this Eyes on Nature Lizards book. You can see there are really some great pictures in here, so well worth a quarter. As a parent, I definitely strongly recommend going to the stores and buying your child a lot of books, because you will be reading them to them. And the 950th time you read The Cat in the Hat, you will you would just not want to read it anymore. You want to read something else. And you create a library. My son has way over 100 books, and I'm very happy to bought them for him. This is a coloring book, though. It's 10 cents. It's got a lot of pictures in there, although some sick freak, for some reason, cut out Harry Potter's nose back here. Yeah, it keeps it weird. I picked up this. This is strictly to resell. I don't even know what it is. The Legend of Mother Sartif? That's an I. I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is. But it's a graphic novel. It was 1895 original, and it's got like a ton of different comic books together in there. Well, I guess it's the same series continued, but it's from Dark Horse. I paid 50 cents plus tax for it. I said, well, why don't we sell that? 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I guess this is very much an abridged version of the book. Did not realize it was a Chick-fil-A book. Probably wouldn't have bought it if I did, but I only paid a quarter for it, so I'll read that to my son. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Never one of my favorites, but I think it's pretty good. Also got Return of the Jedi, a Star Wars movie, for a quarter. And read that to my son, which is good because I have a huge investment in Star Wars toys upstairs for him that we want to make sure that he becomes very into. Make sure we market to him. I don't really like to let my son watch commercials, but I will market the hell out of things that I have 200 of upstairs to him. We can watch the Star Wars Clone Wars cartoon and the movies and read books to him. I want to make sure he's really excited and interested in these toys. It would really suck to spend that much money and go, like Jabba the Hutt and so forth. But you get excited when you saw the Rancor here, because he has 2 Rancors already down here. Those were like nuclear Holocaust proof. That's a strong toy Rancor, so I'm going to go this toy. Got the Hobbit for a quarter. Of course, I've read the Hobbit a bunch of times, but in our move, I think my copy was given away or thrown away, and for a quarter, picked up another one. Basically, for my son to read down the line. I also got this Encyclopedia of Dinosaurs. It's just $1. This book is huge. Go well over $3 probably. You can just see it's got every page is full cover pictures. There's just some great looking stuff in here. Even though the book was kind of scratched up on the cover, I thought it was great. I got this Vampires, Werewolves, and Zombies. This book is really pretty neat. It's got a lot of interesting color pictures. I'll probably do a review of this book if anyone's interested in having me do a review of Vampires, Werewolves, and Zombies. Let me know. It has everything from like the kid from Twilight, I forget his name, to like Dracula, and like lots of zombie movies, and it really goes all over the spectrum, and is pretty fair in terms of that. I did a review of another book from this series, Monsters, something or another. So if you want to see that, check and run through my video list, and you can watch that video as well. Now, I told all the RPG guys to stay tuned because I got a real amazing deal on RPGs, you understand, baby? And I'm going to show you that. I picked up 4 West End Games Star Wars books. Star Wars Rebel Alliance source book. West End Games, 50 cents for stacks. Star Wars Pirates and Privateers, a quarter. Star Wars Rules of Engagement, the Rebel Forces Handbook. That's a quarter. And Star Wars Galaxy Guide 9, Fragments from the Rim, also a quarter. I would just, as soon as I saw one of these down there, I was like, I grabbed it. This is a bargain box where they are very churchy. I was like, ooh, so I just had to tear through their entire section. That's why we ended up getting so many other books there too, but I was going to be determined to find every single role-playing handbook they had. There's no base book there. I figure probably somebody turned in a large collection, and I happened to pick up some pieces, I'm guessing. There were a few more books there. There's probably a base book, which is not here. And somebody probably bought them just thinking they're normal Star Wars books, so probably, going to go to absolutely no use. But I really like finding RPG books for, 4 for $1.25 with stacks. You can't beat that deal. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later.